Joseph Curry here. Welcome to the Joseph Curry Show. Today is Tuesday, September the 10th, 2024. And the U.S. debate is on. It starts at 8 o'clock. And boy, when I said 8, I mean 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, debate starts at 9 o'clock, sorry. Not 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So, between Donald J. Trump, the former president, and the vice president of Kamala Harris, they are starting, it's starting to go down and it's starting to get heated up here tonight. So now, I should say, well, anyway, it's happening, it's going to happen, it's going to happen tonight, the U.S. debate, and how can Kamala Harris taking care of business if she deals with Donald Trump? So we always know about this and that and doing this and that and all the jails and jails and jails. And we all know why Donald J. Trump want to be president. Because he's good at it. He's good at it and he's everything. He's everywhere. He's all over the place here on the news, on Fox News, and what? He really doesn't like CNN News and ABC News and all, and yeah, but I mean, look, I'm not gonna argue with that. I'm not gonna argue with that for in this difficult time. So we'll see what happens on the debate. The debate starts 9 o'clock on Fox, CNN, NBC, ABC, CBS. So we'll see what happens. On the other hand, Kamala Harris could be the first woman to run president at the White House. He was a vice president when he was with Joe Biden as president. And yes, we know all about this. She knows history. She knows everything. She teases everything and learn how to do what she wants to do. Kamala Harris do what she gotta do. And she wanted to do it. She loves to do it for it. And yes, she talks about allegations. She talks about the border, and she talks about what you can't clean. And the things, and this is, and stuff, pay tax and learn how to bring down the inflation, see our democracy, and this and that. So we'll see what happens by then. But look, it's everything that goes around. Every person on it by itself. Yesterday, it was tied 50% between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. 50%. No clear winner, no blowout winner, and other this and that going on. Harris did lead the states. So now, what's the U.S. debate is? As we go to the U.S. debate has got to be, it's going to be something. Now, when will the next presidential debate of 2024 take place, and who will moderate it? Now, before President Biden decided to drop out of the race for re-election, he and former President Donald Trump had agreed to one more showdowns on the debate stage before the 2024 presidential election. After Mr. Biden ending his campaign, it was internally unclear whether a debate between Trump and a new Democratic nominee, Vice President Kamala Harris, would take place, but both campaigns have confirmed they will participate in the debate scheduled for Tuesday, September 10th, just a few weeks after Harris formally accepted the nomination. It will be the first time she and Trump meet in person. Now, Now, the ABC News is hosting the second presidential debate on Tuesday, September 10th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. The debate will be simulcast on other networks, including CBS, and can be streamed live. The debate will be held at the National Construction Center in Philadelphia. The first presidential debate on June 27th, in which Trump faced President Biden in Atlanta, came unusually early in the election season given that neither candidate had formally received their party's nomination yet. Trump accepted the GOP nomination on July 18 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Mr. Biden withdrew from the race on July 21st, and Harris accepted the Democratic nomination during the party's convention in Chicago on August 22nd. Plans for the ABC debate have been in question after Trump said on August 3rd that he was terminating it and will do a debate hosted by Fox News on September 4th. Instead, Harris responded that she will be at the ABC News debate on September 10th and hoped to see him there. Then, at a news conference at his Mar-a-Lago estate on Thursday, August the 8th, Trump recommitted to the ABC News debate. He also proposed two others, with Fox News on September 4th and NBC News on September 25th. A Harris campaign spokesperson said Harris is open to and eager to discuss more debates, but Trump has to show up to the September 10th debate first. The Harris campaign said it will be willing to debate at an unspecified date in October. Now, the Harris campaign agreed on September 4th, 6 days before the debate, to allow microphones to be moved when a candidate isn't speaking, ending a protracted fight that was the final sticking point in the negotiations on the rules of the debate. In a letter to ABC News, the campaign wrote that Harris will be fundamentally disadvantaged by this format, which will serve to shield Donald Trump from the direct exchange with the vice president. Notwithstanding our concerns, we understand that Donald Trump is a risk to skip the debate altogether, as he has threatened to do previously if and Harris said if they did not accede to his professional format. Harris' campaign contended. They said that they do not want to jeopardize the debate. Trump campaign spokesperson Jason Miller said in a statement that they are thrilled that Kamala Harris and her team of Biden campaign leftovers have finally accepted the already agreed upon rules of the debate that they wrote in the first place. Early on August 26, Trump seemed to indicate that he would not participate in the ABC News debate, saying that his campaign had agreed to the same rules regarding microphones that were in place for the first presidential debate, which includes moving the mics. Harris' team confirmed it did not want to move the mics while the other candidate was talking about and said, "Our understanding is that Trump's hindering perform the move microphone because they don't think their candidate can act presidential for 90 minutes on his own." And Trump said later that day that they agree to do the same rules. And Trump don't know. I don't know. It doesn't matter to him. So now, the debate starts today. And yes, it is what it is. So what can happen then and what can happen now? What Harris can do or what can Trump can do and what is going to happen tonight. Now, things are taking shape. It is, it is what it is. Now, Kamala Harris will go to and see what she said as of right now. Now, this is, I mean, this is, and now, but we're going to go for this. Now, go to CBS News. Now, Republicans who had endorsing Kamala Harris and spoken out against Trump. Now, Vice President Kamala Harris is heading into the presidential debate with former President Donald Trump tonight, locking in a tight race with the her GOP opponent, but it's countless to see a growing number of Republicans endorsing her ahead of the 2024 election. Harris and Trump are posing to go head-to-head in Philadelphia, and that forces a maybe only debate before Election Day. Both candidates will have surrogates in the spring room following the matchup, hosted by ABC News. But among those involved in racing for Harris will be two people who work in the White House for Trump. Anthony Scammers, who had a brief stint as Trump's White House communications director, and Olivia Dwell, who was Homeland Security Advisor to Vice President Mike Pence, will be in Philadelphia to speak out against the former President Harris. The former President Harris campaign said. Now, Scarlett Malcolm and Dwell are not the only Republicans who had announced their support for Harris at the Democratic presidential nominees campaign wore out. Republicans for Harris to loosen outreach to GOP voters who oppose Trump. Several Republicans endorsed Harris at the Democratic National Convention in August, when a group of more than 200 who worked for former Presidents George W. H. Bush and George W. Bush, as well as Sean McWaney and late John McCain, signed on to a letter supporter the Democrat nominee. Now, Cheney has been one of the most vocal Republican critics of Trump, and she announced her intent to vote for Harris during an event at Duke University on September 4th. She represents Wyoming in the House for 6 years, which includes 2 years in GOP leadership as conference chair before being ousted for the leadership position by pro-Trump Republicans and then defeated by Trump back in Kansas in a primary. Shannon said that she don't believe that they had the electoral written in candidates' names, particularly in swing states. As a constituent, as someone who believes in and cares about the Constitution, she had thought deeply about this. And because of the danger that Donald Trump poses, not only is she not voting for Donald Trump, but she will be voting for Kamala Harris. The former Vice President joined his daughter, Liz Cheney, in announcing his plans to vote for Harris in November. Cheney has a long career in Republican politics, having served 4 presidents. In addition to being vice president to President George W. Bush, Cheney was Secretary of Defense under President George H. W. Bush and White House Chief of Staff under President Gerald Ford. He represents Wyoming in the House for 10 years. In our nation, in their nation's 248-year history, there has never been an anti-adversary who is a greater threat to our republic than Donald Trump. That's what That's what Lynch Kennedy said. Well, anyway, that's what he said about. Now, in a statement on September the 6th, they that he tried to steal the last election using lies and violence to keep himself in power after the voters had rejected him. He can never be trusted with power again. That's what they said. As critics, we each had a duty to put the country above partnership to defend our Constitution. That is why I will be casting my vote for Vice President Kamala Harris. And like Liz Cheney, Ken Ziller has also been one of the most admitted critics of Trump. The former Illinois congressman appeared at the Democratic National Convention on August 22nd to urge Republicans to back Harris in November. Donald Trump has suffocated the soul of the Republican Party, he said. His fundamentals weakness has coursed through their party like an illness. And Ken Ziller delivered a message to GOP voters to vote for all red bedrock voters and vote for Kamala Harris. We'll be right back. Yesterday, a sad news from yesterday of James Earl Jones, the one who played Darth Vader in Star Wars, and the one who played for Mufasa of the Lion King in 1994, has passed away at the age of 93. So we're going to take a look right now. I'm going to type this. Um, Now, James Earl Jones. Now, as we have been sad and deeply sad about, that was on September 9th, that was Lesson Day. And yes, it has been, it's true. So, anyway, we have just thinking about this and not about James Earl Jones when he started back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Well, he played Star Wars. He played Star Wars. He played the Darth Vader. And then he played Lion King. And then he played Coming to America and Coming to America 2. He played a lot of stuff that you just see. And yes, I watched it, and I watched Star Wars. The the Empire Strikes Back. I was Steve at Darth Vader. I mean, Star Wars has and he played one of the greatest roles. Now, here he is, James Earl Jones, 12 greatest roles from Star Wars to The Hunt for Red October and The Great White Hope. Now, here's what I'm talking about now. When people talk about the late, great James Earl Jones, it's a guarantee that one of the first things they mention about him is that voice is invisible reality, really. When anybody who was born after 1977 was likely first introduced to him not as a physical princess but as a sound booming from their screen, even flattening, stealing, and imposing announced the similar vocals of Darth Vader in the original Star Wars trilogy, or one, Staley, and legalized the derivation from my fascinating Disney's animated classic, The Lion King. But even in his live action roles, Jones possesses a voice that could stop you in your tracks. Born in 1931, Mississippi, and raised in Michigan, Jones had a childhood story as difficult that he claimed to barely speak before his first year of high school, when we couldn't partly help him to overcome the independent, and when he did, he unlocked a powerful, profiling voice deep and rich, gravely and filled with conviction and authority that left in the Maryland air a gravely and sparkly catalyzing to anything he said. Sometimes this could be in smoother than so boring, like his late career kick-ass act, like his late career kick-ass act, break dancing, Verizon spokesperson, or when he voiced Maggie Simpson in an episode of The Simpsons. Most of the time, it was a toy and his accessory that he could use to bring a scene to breathtaking life, adding a message or compassion to a chapter and through the count and thrill to any project. Of course, Jones wasn't just his voice. Jackson has a power and intensity as an actor that reveal his lives or stage experiences before breaking through on the silver screen. While he's best known today for his contribution to popularity in cinema, being franchise work like Star Wars, comedies like Coming to America, or family classes like The Sandlot, Jones arguably did his best, most volatile work in theater, making his Broadway debut in 1957 and starring the Shakespeare play among Arthur Hammond and King Lear, Marble Dreams and comedies like Unlike. He picked up 2 Tony Awards across his lifetime, one for 1968 boxing drama The Great White Hope, which he will reprise his role for in a film version that saw him receiving an Oscar nomination and as the tenor of the part of Troy in August Wilson's seemingly legendary 1985 chamber drama Fences. 2 Emmy Awards for the miniseries Heatwave and production of Gables Fowl, and Grammy for, of course, a Spoke War album, and 2011 Honey Oscar made him one of the few EGOTs before his death. All of Jones' experiences on stage show he wasn't a performer who sank into a role as much as he evaluated, bringing commanding princess and deeply felt history to the men and lions that he played. Although his later years saw him playing many an authority figure, motoring and side characters in the 70s and 80s, he can take on parts that range from turning apostles to cafe-free garbage man, and make them feel both grandly larger than life and still deep in humor, whether starring in a sci-fi epic or a small New York romantic drama. Jones brought something to his films no other actor was capable of. In celebration of Jones' life after his passing on September 9th, ending while is revisiting the greatest most remarkable screen performances from the icon in times are on wake, and instead listen in categories ordered by film's release date. We're on for 12 of James Earl Jones' greatest performances. So now, it is what it is. And this is this is what James Earl Jones did. He is a great man, a great actor. And he played for Lion King when I was 10 and 11. He played Mufasa. And and you know what? It's just a dream come true for him. Rest in, rest in heaven in James Earl Jones. You're all the greatest. And until then, I'm Joseph Kurt. And I will be seeing you tomorrow. Till next time, take care, everybody. Peace and love.